Overreaction, your chance to sound off on what happened today in Fayetteville. Texas 20, Arkansas 10. Derek Ruskin with you here, along with Matt Jones, and we are presented by Black Hills Energy and by Bud Light. The phone number to text us or call us is 877 377 6963. And we are going to talk about everything involved in this game and the future and the program and all of it coming up here over the next 90 minutes. Matt, it's good to be with you again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, it's 20-10, the final, as Texas comes to Fayetteville and wins it, and the Razorback defense with a very a nice bounce back after the way they were embarrassed against Ole Miss a couple of weeks ago on the home field. But the offense just couldn't get anything going, particularly on the ground. And the offensive line was a mess. Quarterback issues, but largely because they didn't have any time to make anything happen there. And Matt, it was it was another one of those frustrating days because you feel like the defense played well enough to give Arkansas, and they did give Arkansas a chance to win, but the offense just couldn't find any kind of rhythm at all today, really.
Yeah, man, it was tough. Valiant effort by the defense, man. They played hard. They gave us a couple chances, that's for sure. You go back to the very first pass of the game. Could have been a pickoff, could have been an Oski for us right there. 17 comes from behind, pulls the ball out on the ground, it falls out of bounds. There's a couple times we had our hands on the ball and had a chance to do something special with it and kind of let it slip out of our grasp. And then the offense got it going in the third quarter. But, yeah, I mean, you look back at it, we run the ball, you get your first couple first downs, and then all of a sudden, let's go empty backfield and pass. Like, that's kind of on the offensive coordinator right there.
Yeah. It wasn't a great day for Bobby Petrino. It just and we don't know, and maybe this was, I don't know why C.J. Brown was in the game in that critical juncture where he fumbled there late, as Arkansas could have been going into was going in to try and get some points and make this a closer ball game, or maybe even take the lead. I can't remember exactly what the situation was there, but he's on the field. We saw, but a couple plays later, Armstrong got dinged up, and he was trying to tough through it out there. But you mentioned that third quarter, and in the third quarter, Arkansas outrushed them on the ground 55-9. So the quarter they found the rushing attack, it opened everything up, and they were able to find the end zone. But for the most part of the game, there was just not a lot going on there. They averaged like 2 yards a carry on the ground. Jackson goes for 11 carries and just 56 yards. And it was just there wasn't much there. There was, Taylon Green. It looked like to me, Matt, sometimes maybe he could have thrown the ball away or gotten rid of it, but just hanging on to the ball maybe a little too long, and just a frustrating day.
Yeah, you'd like to see him trust the running backs a little more on that zone read. That's why you got 3 of them. They're running backs for a reason, and you saw Jaquindon Jackson taking like 4 Texas Longhorns on his back. I mean, they're running backs. Trust them if it's there. But no, I don't think it was Taylon Green's fault. I mean, that interception slipped right out of Five's hands. That would have been a big time catch. And the drive before that, Taylon Green makes the right read, throws it to Five on the curl route. He slips, and so there's back-to-back drives you would have been going on the pass play. So there was plays out there. I mean, it really is closer than you think. There was a lot of plays. I thought Seven ran hard. I thought it was Seven's best game as far as how hard he ran.
All right, again, we are here for you to sound off on whatever you saw today. 877-377-6963 is how you can be on the program. You can send us a text. You can call us. We'd love to hear your phone calls as we get this hog reaction going here on this Saturday following Texas's 20-10 win over the Arkansas Razorbacks. Arkansas, turns the ball over. When they lose the turnover battle, I was just looking at some of the trends coming into this game. And listen, a lot of teams lose the turnover battle. Well, they lose the game when they lose the turnover battle. That's not really breaking news. But when it pertains to just Arkansas in particular, 3-17 under Pittman, and they've lost 6 in a row. When they lose the turnover battle, they couldn't. They didn't force any turnovers by the Longhorns today. But as far as the defense goes, Matt, they were. I mean, it looked like they had it really well scouted. It seemed like as soon as the ball got to where it was going, on more than a handful of plays, there was just a swarm of red jerseys there in the area. They had a plan, and for a large part, I mean, you hold Texas to 20 points. Their plan worked pretty well today. After 2 weeks after their plan didn't work at all against an Ole Miss team that came in here and put, 50, 60 plus on the board.
Yeah, total Jekyll and Hyde there. Total opposite from the Ole Miss game. Man, they rushed around, they flew around. I thought Hudson Clark was all over the place. Brad Spence, he was all over the place. Larry Worth, they reacted, and that was good. It was like they studied film, they knew what to do. They tackled well. The safety, I don't know who it was because he wasn't even in the picture on that double move. But, it's a third down play. You got two of your boys are right there in front of you. What are we doing? Don't get lost with your eyes right there. Hey, that kind of hurt a little bit. But, the defense, man, they mucked it up for Quinn, kind of made it tough for him. And gave him some different looks. The defense, value and effort.
Yeah, and a good plan. And they came out and looked. And I always wonder about this, considering what happened after the last bye week with LSU, how they just kind of seemed flat. They looked prepared. They looked ready to go today. The offense obviously had its issues, but I some of that is plan, like you talked about with Bobby Petrino and scheme, but the offensive line, particularly right tackle, had a very difficult day in holding up there. They only officially allow 2 sacks, but once the tape is graded, it's going to be a rough film session to look at all that stuff, I think.
No, you're right. He called it up. We had a guy single coverage there. I think it was in the third or fourth quarter, and they a gap blitzed. And he steps to the outside, and there's only one guy outside in your tackle, so you had 2 for 1 on that. It's a gap. There was nothing you can do, so you didn't really get to see that play. There were plays out there. That's for sure. I mean, we had guys open. We had plays to be made. And when we got our hands on the ball, their first pass, we didn't get it. 17 rushes from behind and strip fumbles the running back, and then it falls out of bounds. If there's a way that could have stayed in bounds, but I thought the defense, for the most part, except for a couple plays, man, they were all over the place.
All right, we're going to get to your calls here. That's what this show is all about. Hog fans reacting to what happened today. 877-377-6963 is the phone number. And first up, we're going to hear from Cecil. Hi, Cecil. You're on Hog Reaction.
What's up, fellas? I'm just getting over this Sandberry Bridge, man. I tell you, we started off pretty good, and I think we played a decent football game, man. We just could not get in the end zone. Again, turnovers. It's been like that all season for us.
In the first quarter, Cecil. First quarter, Cecil, we get the back-to-back first downs, our first set of first downs, and the one first down, we get it with 3 straight runs, and then it's like, all right, well, let's go empty. Then we get a 15-yard sack, and now we're out of field goal range when it was 7-0. It's just like,
right.
What's wrong with running the ball 5 straight times?
Right. Hey, we got a horse back there. He's back. He was out for 3 games, and he's back. Why not run him? I mean, man, I definitely agree with you. And another thing, I know you like Green, but
Did you want to see the backup?
Man. Yeah, like, he forces the ball. This is my opinion of it, though. When he don't, Matt, you play quarterback. I play linebacker, but I know what a quarterback does. They go, they check, and then you check all your spots. You the main one, and then you check or throw it away or run. You don't hold it. Green has a tendency of holding the ball too long, and he did force the ball, even though it was a tip up and it was an interception. He forced that ball between three Longhorns. He did that several times. And then he had like 12 to 15 yards to run. He could have just ran because he was wide open. And then when he got sacked, Matt, I don't know who was that over on that left side of the field, but he was wide open. And I don't know, man. I don't know, man. But you right about us. We should have been running the ball more. We should have been running the ball. It's a chemistry. It's like playing chess out there. You know, you got the clock. You got all of this going against you, and you have to play a good game. You got to call a good game, and Petrino didn't call a really good game today at all, man, because we should have been running the ball more. And we really needed that win, man. If we would have took this down, we had a great chance to win this game today, but we lost again. But if we would have won that game, for sure next week we was going to win, and then possibly going to Missouri winning that, man, we'd have been sitting really well, man, for this season. But I'm home, man, and then the next week I'll stay home and watch that game and root us on from the crib.
How was the atmosphere, man? Was it pretty electric most of the day, or?
Yeah. Man, I was all around Longhorn fans. Longhorns, Texas, boy, they brought some fans in today. They was on both sides of the stadium. They was in there. But guess what they said to me, man, because, you know, I'm a people person. They were really friendly. They love Northwest Arkansas, and they love our stadium. They said, man, this is an awesome stadium. I said, everything up here is awesome. Yeah. Everyone I talked to said that. But, I mean, I love the game. I love going to the games. I got my son over here, my protege. He'll love that, too. But, I don't know, man. I don't know what the future's gonna bring for next season. I just hope it's better than this season. We're gonna keep going. I ain't gonna jump out the car. I've never done that. That won't happen.
That's good.
But anyway, man, I'm gonna hang up, man, and I'll get with y'all later. Y'all have a blessed weekend.
Thank you, Cecil. Good to hear from you. All right, Cecil checking in with his thoughts here after the game. They did run it 34 times. It's just it wasn't as effective outside of that third quarter where they had such the advantage there. I thought about the quarterback change too, Matt. I really did. But then my next thought immediately was, well, I mean, with the way that the line was playing at that point in the second quarter, I mean, I don't know if any quarterback could have made anything happen there because it was just – you didn't have any time to process or look at anything really out there.
Yeah, it's tough, man. When you get hit a couple times early, it's tough to keep it going. Getting sacked 6 times is tough. You know, I thought Armstrong, I thought he really showed out in the third quarter. We tried to give him the ball. I thought that third quarter that 2, 10, and 22 carried us. That was the code right there. I just would have liked to seen our running backs get it more than 18 times. I mean, we talk about 34 runs. The quarterback runs aren't the same. Like they're just not. 18 touches by your horses, man. That needs to be closer to 28 by your horses. That's what they do, and they were really. I mean, they were running hard, man. There wasn't a lot of negative runs when you gave it to 22 or DeBinion. I thought DeBinion ran the best he ran, and it was nice to see Jackson back. I just don't understand. Like early on in the first quarter when you have a first down and it's 1st and 10 and we go empty and get sacked and now you're on the 50 and you're out of and then he throws a good pass to Armstrong, but Armstrong's drops it. But you can't fault the kid because Armstrong's our best receiver. You know, you drops are going to happen. That's why I say that's on the OC, man. Line back up in your 12 personnel and run the ball again. The score was 7-0.
Right. It's you know, it's a situational thing there. I mean, it's completely different. You don't have to. You're not trying to. It's not a 3-score game.
You're keeping the clock moving. You're getting first downs. You finally got some first downs running the ball. I just don't understand it. And then when you get a 14-yard sack, because you know pass protections that's something we're known to be good at around here. It's like, why are you making them do stuff they can't do?
Right. It's some flashbacks to last year when they did a bunch of stuff that they couldn't do during the games when Dan Enos was running the offense for the first half of the season. Well, there is plenty to react to here, and we want to hear from you right now at 877-377-6963. It's Hog Reaction presented by Black Hills Energy and by Bud Light. Matt Jones and myself, we will continue here right after these messages on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on the Hit That Line Now app. Stay with us.
You're listening to Hog Reaction, presented by Bud Light, also presented by Black Hills Energy.
Your home is your biggest asset. So when you decide to add a sunroom, a patio cover, a new driveway, or new windows, you need to call a company you can trust. Sawyers has been part of your community for over 30 years. They're insured, licensed, and have 100% financing for all of their products. Take all the worry out of your next project. Call Sawyers and let them handle it from permitting to completion. Sawyers, serving the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas with a full showroom located in Fort Smith or online at sawyers-sunrooms.com.
The best selection of RVs is now even better at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV has added Brinkley RVs to the already loaded lineup of Grand Design and Forest River products. See the Brinkley Model Z, the latest innovation in luxury fifth wheels. And like always, every new RV comes with a lifetime warranty, so you can camp with confidence. So stop in and find out why Wheels has been voted best RV dealer year after year. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
This is Hog Reaction.
Hanging with Danny Cobb at American Welding Laboratories. Danny, tell us about the school.
Well, Tommy, we're going on 3 years in operation. We teach all aspects of welding, from stick welding all the way to combination pipe.
So how's the job market these days?
Job market's wide open, whether you want to stay local or hit the road. As a licensed institution, we have access to many grants, including the GI Bill now.
Great. How do we get started?
Come by 4400 South 16th, take a tour, talk to our instructors.
It's American Welding Laboratories. Find out more at theweldinglab.com.
Sometimes I'm in a hurry. Stay in the slow lane, buddy. That's when I use the Sodies app to order my favorites and pick up in their drive-thru. They even offer a 10% discount on your first app order. Experience different at Sodies Wine and Spirits off I-540 on Phoenix Avenue.
Every day is worth celebrating at Uncorked. Cocktails, wine, craft beer, bourbons, and unbelievably great food. Uncorked on Phoenix Avenue next to Sodies.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
Call Randy Milam in Alma or Brandon Zimmerman in Barley.
Missing or broken teeth? Sharp Smiles wants you to start chewing again with dental implants. Scared of the dentist? Sharp Smiles will help you overcome your fear. Big dental problems? Sharp Smiles Modern Dentistry and Implants is your answer to your dental needs and services, where your smile is top priority. Get the smile you have always wanted from the friendly faces at Sharp Smiles, 2600 Market Trace, Suite B, off Jenny Lind across from Harps. For more information, visit the website at sharpsmilesdds.com or call 648-9988.
The tires on your vehicle go round and round, but when they don't, go to Van Alma Tire. They have tires in their name. That's their specialty. Van Alma Tire is all about tires. They have all the name brands and private labels available for you and in stock. So when it comes to getting tires for your ride, it's worth the drive. And financing is available. Ask for details. Whatever your tire need, check out Van Alma Tires on Highway 64 between Van Buren and Alma. Ready to get you rolling on new tires at Van Alma Tire.
Do you need help with your next project? Metters Lumber True Value is here to help. A family-owned business since 1936, the staff has more than 90 years of experience in construction and the hardware business. If they don't have what you need, they know how to get it, and they are more than happy to accommodate your special order. So whether it's building a new deck, a paint project around the house, or needing a new set of tools, Metters Lumber True Value has everything you need. With locations in Alma, Ozark, and Clarksville, and you can shop online at metterslumber.com. Metters Lumber True Value.
Hi, I'm Kelly Smith, owner of Dixie Digital Imaging. Are you stuck in a paper jam of printer prices? Paper cuts from budget cuts? Don't throw in the towel. Call Dixie Digital Imaging and dive into our new and used inventory blowout. We're slashing prices on top-of-the-line Xerox, Brother, and Epson printers and multifunction devices. Gently used or brand new models that are tired of being in our warehouse. Don't miss out on these deals. Call 479-783-6600 for more details. Quantities and availability are limited. Dixie Digital Imaging, bringing document innovations to the River Valley.
Are holidays stressful for you? Hey, Ty Richardson for the Whippoorwill. The Newmeyers would love to take care of some of that stress by providing you an awesome Thanksgiving dinner. Call the Whippoorwill at 479-769-2095 for the best Thanksgiving catering you've ever had. Smoked turkey breast, dressing, mashed potatoes, and turkey gravy with all the fixins. The Newmeyers' newest restaurant, the Whippoorwill, taking care of your holiday this year.
Seems Thanksgiving Day is upon us.
You're listening to Hog Reaction, presented by Bud Light, proud sponsor of Arkansas Athletics. Also presented by Black Hills Energy. Stay safe, be prepared, save energy.
Green gives to Jackson, coming right side. Touchdown, Arkansas!
Call or text the program at 877-377-6963.
Ewers to throw, short, trouble, dumped. Hawk sacked him back at the 21-yard line. Landon Jackson was there to put him on the ground.
This is Hog Reaction.
It's
Continuing here on Hog Reaction, presented by Black Hills Energy and by Bud Light. Derek Ruskin, Matt Jones with you here over ESPN Arkansas and the Hit That Line Now app. Cody has called us up in Rector. Hi, Cody. What's going on?
Hey, guys. How y'all doing?
Doing all right.
I'm proud of the way the team played, especially the defense. The defense played great all game. They were putting pressure on Ewers and just doing what they had to do. Offensive side of the ball, I mean, we can't put everything on Taylor Green. I mean, there was a lot of plays he was getting pressured and running for his life. Especially on that right side of that offensive line. That right side was getting worked all game to me. But other than that, I think they played really good. That putting that young player in when the game was on the line was a little questionable. I didn't agree with that. But other than that, I think we played pretty good. I think we need to turn around, win these next two games, and make a bowl game.
All right, Cody. Thank you so much for the phone call. Yeah, I haven't seen, and I don't know if there was a explanation given why you have the freshman C.J. Brown in the game in that situation. That would, Matt, just in general, not this situation specifically, but that would lead me to believe somebody got dinged and had to check out, and the wide receiver coach is looking at the next guy to get in. Is that kind of how does that work in general terms when you're looking for somebody kind of in the heat of the moment like that?
Yeah, that's a tough play. Everybody that's played, we fumbled the ball and you mess up. I don't know. It could have been a package deal where whatever personnel they're in, and he might have been in because that was a little tunnel screen, and that's something that you would think that Brown is good at, and he was. I mean, it was a good play call, and it was good execution until the very end. But you hate it for the kid, man. You really do. I feel for him in every way possible. You just got to keep your head up and get back out there and try to make a play next week. It's tough. I don't know if and then sometimes by the third or fourth quarter, maybe somebody's got a cramp. Maybe somebody has pulled a hamstring. I don't know what their reason was, but everything was good until the fumble. He just keeps just high and tight. It's you hate it for him.
Yeah. It was an unfortunate moment for the young player. Just kind of intrigued why he was put in that spot, and maybe we'll try and get some information on that from the press conference or something here as we move along here. So the texts are coming in as well. Justin is texting in here at 877-377-6963. Why not use Tesla more? He never drops a ball.
Man, I'm a Tesla guy. That's for sure. I think he has some of the best hands on the team. Yeah, I don't know. That's everybody gets to see him in practice all the time. He seems to get open, and he seems to catch the rock.
Only one target today and one catch for 7 yards for Tesla in the game. And is it, earlier in the year, and the criticism, and I think it was correct, was Taylor Green zeroing in too much on Andrew Armstrong. As we get now in Game 10, did you see some of that still happening today, Matt, or was he a little more, kind of using his eyes to move guys around the field, or did he have time to do any of that?
Yeah, man, you'd really like to see the all 22 tape and see how it went, but I think he should have thrown it to Armstrong more. We got the ball to Armstrong early. I want to say on that first little crosser of the game, but Armstrong's one of the best. I think he's an all conference SEC receiver. I just think I don't understand how your running backs only have 18 runs. It's just It's like that. And they were running hard. They were running good. It was positive plays. It's like, man, don't. And then on that read option, you got to trust your running backs. They're running backs for a reason. Trust that running back, and that defensive end. He'll get tired of not making a tackle after about the third time he's seen that play, and then he'll crunch down, and then oh my goodness, there's a seam right there and then you can run for 20 yards instead of trying to, get 3 yards in your head down. When it's like that, man, trust your running backs.
Especially with the third quarter, it looked like the way that they were running the ball then, that might flip it around, but it just didn't carry over into the fourth quarter for Arkansas, running the football the same way. But the way that they were going, particularly on the touchdown drive, where they were kind of loading up on that left side and
then when he hit Armstrong when he was one-on-one, that's the thing. You get Armstrong one-on-one. I like that matchup against everybody in college football.
Yeah, and then it didn't that there was that one drive really, and then they were moving it on the other drive with a turnover, but it just didn't. It just didn't keep going. It didn't keep rolling the way you thought maybe they'd figured something out or seen something on the scoring drive that, or they just finally had physically started to get some momentum, wearing them down. But it just didn't continue through the fourth quarter or through the whole 4 quarters. And maybe it's a case of Texas having some more beasts on the sideline that they could get in there that weren't as fatigued with the game on the line in the fourth quarter. That's a constant issue for the 30 some odd years Arkansas has been in the SEC, is just never having enough the teams against them having too much depth to really impose their will over the entire 4 quarters.
Well, we've talked about 4 or 5 plays already that were out there they could have made. The Broden. The Broden drop, the Armstrong drop, maybe not going empty set on that thing, and then in the first quarter, and then when we got blitz in the A gap, dude's white, it's a 1-on-1 with Jaquindon Jackson. If he throws it to him, I like her. So there were plays out there to be made. Yep. We just didn't make them. And then that one play where when you have you see the guys, the receivers block. It was like a 3rd down in 2 or a 4th down in 1, something like that, 4th and 3 in the first or second quarter. And in the receiver, all you got to do is take your guy outside, and if he comes with you, he can dump it to you. You got the other guy coming from the inside. Instead, they both kind of sit there, and then you throw it to the. I don't know. It's just bad execution. That's an easy first down that we just left out there if we just make the right play right there.
Yeah. All right, Hog reaction here. Texas 20, Arkansas 10 today, and we want to hear from the fans about this. This is your show. This is your chance to give us your thoughts. 877-377-6963 is how you get on the program. You can call us. You can send us a text if that's easier, and let us know what you think about Arkansas football following this game today, now going to 5-5 on the season with 2 chances to get bowl eligible the next couple of weeks at home against Louisiana Tech and on the road at Missouri. In the state of Arkansas, the law says you need to call or click 811 before you dig. It's a free service, and it's for your safety. Whether you're digging to plant a tree or digging a trench, you must contact 811. It prevents damage to underground utilities you can't see. It keeps you, your family, and the community safe, and it prevents utility outages that are inconvenient to everyone. This message is presented by Black Hills Energy. Black Hills is ready to help you stay safe. Be prepared and save energy. Black Hills Energy, go to blackhillsenergy.com/ready to find out more. We'll take a break and get back to your phone calls here on Hog Reaction. Matt Jones, Derek Ruskin with you here on ESPN Arkansas and the Hit That Line Now app. Stay where you are.
You're listening to Hog Reaction, presented by Bud Light, also presented by Black Hills Energy.
Top CDL Academy is a licensed Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration that provides the federal required training to obtain both Class A and Class B CDL licenses. Our program provides assistance with employment after graduation. We have finance and grant options available. Students straight out of class have started new careers earning $70,000 to $140,000 per year, and training is provided for all 50 states. Call today, 479-632-1050, COP CDL Academy.
Hey, is your roof leaking? Do you have hail or wind damage? Is it just looking old and worn out? If so, you need to call Hoghead Roofing, a family-owned and operated roofing company where the #1 customer is you. They will give you their honest opinion on whether your roof needs replaced or repaired. They have folks that have worked on the insurance side so they can assist with all claims. Licensed, insured, and ready to serve you. Call Hoghead Roofing today at 479-522-0840. God bless.
Presented by Sharp Equipment. The merger of 2 good companies brings together strengths to make one great company. Regerson is now Sharp Equipment. Even though it will no longer have Joe, Jesse, or Sheila as they go off on another adventure, the foundation they have laid is now a strong asset along with Sharp Equipment to complement its offerings to their great customers. Sharp Equipment would like to thank the Taylors and look forward to continuing to serve the River Valley and beyond. Stop in at 5608 Wheeler Avenue and see what all Sharp Equipment has to offer.
November is the month for thankfulness, and all of us here at Crabtree RV Center in Alma are thankful for our loyal customers who voted us the best of the River Valley and the best of the best in 2024.
Crabtree RV Center, making your family's dreams come true for over 70 years.
November is the month for thankfulness, and all of us here at Crabtree RV Center in Alma are thankful for our loyal customers who voted us the best of the River Valley and the best of the best in 2024.
Crabtree RV Center, making your family's dreams come true for over 70 years.
Are you an angler having trouble finding all the bait, tackle, and more for your fishing needs? Make a Wake Bait and Tackle, now located in Fort Smith next to Witts Marine on North 11th Street, is your place. Make a Wake Bait and Tackle also has the largest selection of plastics in the River Valley. Reactor Innovation, Bobby Garland, Zoom, Mega Bass, and more. Check out the Daiwa Rod and Reels. Make a Wake Bait and Tackle, 803 North 11th Street in Fort Smith, 479-926-9320. Also get your rod and reels repaired. Come see us next to Witts Marine at Make a Wake Bait and Tackle.
Fall is here, and that means cooler weather, football, and family, which makes it the perfect time to visit Southern Tire Mart, your family's #1 tire store. Southern Tire Mart is your trusted partner for top quality tires, professional services, and competitive pricing. Visit us in Fort Smith at 9700 Highway 271 and let us ensure your vehicle is ready for anything fall brings your way. Southern Tire Mart is a proud dealer of Yokohama tires. We keep America rolling.
Who can you trust to sell your home for the most money with the least amount of drama? You need a team of agents with decades of experience, commitment, and of course, tens of thousands in marketing. I'm talking about the Limbird team. Tara Limbird Real Estate Group has sold over $1 billion in real estate. Tara's team can give you a cash offer in 72 hours or use Tara's high-octane marketing to sell your home quite possibly for thousands over asking. Find out more at limbirdteam.com. LIMBIRD.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
Call Randy Milam in Alma or Brandon Zimmerman in Barley.
You're listening to Hog Reaction, presented by Bud Light, proud sponsor of Arkansas Athletics. Also presented by Black Hills Energy. Stay safe, be prepared, save energy.
Green gives to Jackson coming right side. Touchdown, Arkansas.
Call or text the program at 877-377-6963.
Ewers to throw. Short trouble. Dumped. Hog sacked him. Back at the 21-yard line. Landon Jackson was there to put him on the ground.
This is Hog Reaction.
It's
Hog Reaction continues here on ESPN Arkansas and the Hit That Line Now app, along with Matt Jones, Derek Ruskin here with you. 20-10, Texas beats Arkansas today. Razorbacks 5-5 with 2 games left in the season to try and get bowl eligible. We got some callers here that are waiting, so let's go to the phones. Again, our number today on Hog Reaction, 877-377-6963. Glenn calling from Hot Springs. You're on Hog Reaction. Hello, Glenn.
Hello. Yeah, I was just calling to say I'm kind of proud of them. I mean, we lost, but we fought. They had more horses than we did, and we had to play the perfect game, and we didn't. And like Matt said, there's 3 or 4 things you could pick out that would change it. But they can make mistakes, we couldn't, and we made a field goal, so that's a positive.
Man, that was big time right there. I was so proud of him.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's all I have.
Yeah. All right, thank you, Glenn. Just to take the other side of that for a minute, Matt, there's a lot of people listening and maybe screaming into their phones saying, well, in the 5th year of a coach, you're expected to be over the moral victory hump to a certain extent. So, when is this going to stop where, they play well, they fight hard, but they don't get a win? I think there are a lot of people who may be asking that question after a game like this.
Yeah, Texas is really good. They got a lot of horses, and I think like what you said early was, Texas played about their C+ game, their B- game, and we still had to play an A game when Texas played a B- game. No, Texas, that defense we had going, that's to hold Texas to 20 points. I mean, that's you got to just a big time attaboy, but I don't know. There is no such thing. There's no moral victories, but they played with effort, they played with passion, they played with energy. They were there, man. The effort was there. We left a couple plays out there.
Yeah, it would have been a total disaster to see them just come out with 2 weeks to prepare and just be flat as a pancake. Kind of what we saw in that LSU game, coming off of a bye in the month of October. But didn't see that today. They looked ready to go, just not enough on the offensive side of the ball and not enough in the run game there also. I'll get a text here, and then we'll get back to the calls. Aaron has texted in. I have no idea how anyone could be excited about going to a bowl game. Yeah, it's not going to be one of the big bowls. And again, it's the 5th year, and there are a lot of people, Matt, that see this as like a trend line, like an arrow, and by year 5 you should be at a certain point. But, man, I just think, and this isn't an excuse, I think this is the way it is. I just think with the way football is, where you basically have 40 new players on your team every single year, nobody at Arkansas, and Sam Pittman's been the coach here, has figured out how to get that consistency, how you keep that level of consistency when you have so much change with your roster each and every year with the portal and in the NIL era.
That's a good point right there. And, I think a lot of these players are interchangeable the way it is now. But the one thing that won't be is number 10 is going to be our quarterback next year. So he's going to be getting an extra bowl practice. He's going to be getting all the first team reps all spring long. So it's just it's another 7-8 months for him. So when we were talking about making reads, you saw how Quinn Ewers was reading the game and kind of flipping his hips and getting to his third. Once he sees, even if you don't even look 1, 2, 3 on the left side, but because it looks mucky, and then you can turn. And so it's just his processing. And so Taylon Green's gonna. I think he's gonna be 10 times better next year. I mean, he keeps on improving, keeps on getting better. He's gonna get to be in the classroom with Bobby Petrino for another 9 months. Going to a bowl game's a big thing. That's 14, 15 extra practices. I don't know, but that's a lot more reps for your quarterbacks and to have meeting time and to study film. So I'm all for him going to a bowl game.
All right, let's go back to our phone lines here. Again, the number 877-377-6963. Ryan is in Hot Springs this time. Hi, Ryan.
Hey, buddy. Well, y'all kind of took my point from me, but everybody wants like, well, this is the 5th year. Well, this isn't like the old ways where you have 4 years to develop a team and advance what you can do with the high school group. We're not that's the old ways out the door. So just because you're there 5 years or 10 years or whatever does not mean that the next year you're gonna be set up for success because of the way people are coming and going. And just because you get some good guys that were 4 and 5 stars from Georgia or Oklahoma, they come in, does not mean that you're going to hit on them either. I'm looking at maybe the kid we got out of Oklahoma, that receiver Hasselwood. I'm not saying he was bad, but we didn't hit on him like we thought we would in 2022. And then you have a guy like Drew Sanders that wasn't a starter at Alabama and absolutely lit the world on fire for us. That wasn't a starter out. I say that to say you don't know what you're going to get out of the portal, and and I'm so tired of people talking about moral victories, but at the same time, these are the same people that probably picked us to miss a bowl game last year and probably picked us to get blown out of this game and not even be competitive. And then they want to be upset when we make the game competitive and just fall short. And they're also the same ones that are talking about NIL, but but not understanding that Pittman's to a certain degree has got one hand tied behind his back with our NIL set up.
Yeah, there's a lot there's a lot there, Ryan. But that's kind of the point. Now the people. Now you got to remember this when you're talking about coaches and you're talking about teams and stuff like this. You got to remember there is a element that has made up their mind no matter what, that they want the guy gone, and you're not going to convince them no matter what your argument is. But I think that there is something to the fact. And listen, I'm not an apologist for the program by any means, by any stretch. But, I mean, I don't know how you get any kind of continuity when you've got, 40 new players on the roster every year. And this portal thing, Matt, is interesting to me. On a signing class, you get, maybe a third of the guys that you sign out of high school in the old days would work out and be major contributors to you. But if this portal – go ahead, Ryan.
I was going to say, look at Clemson. They're ready to get rid of Dabo because he won't use the portal.
Right.
And, they're like, well, this clearly ain't working now. And, Pittman, I felt like, has a good mix. He's getting some guys out of high school, developing them, and then getting out of the portal where we need it. So I feel like he's working that well. I think going into this season, I looked at the schedule. I genuinely thought 8-4 was doable. And obviously we fell a little short on that. And 7-5 is still very much on the table. I'm not predicting that, but 7-5 is still on the table. And the crazy part is if we get 7-5 by the fan bases, what they predicted, if you look at across the board in the summer, he technically overachieved. And it's still not good enough. Again, I'm not predicting that. I am kind of chasing my tail here a little bit to get my full thought out. But my point is they want him gone, and we're not done yet. And he's done some good things. And honestly, if you look from top to bottom, from year 5 to year 5, you look what Bielema did. He's actually outdoing Bielema, and look what Bielema's doing at Illinois.
Yeah. Ryan, I appreciate your phone call. Thank you so much. But Matt, what I was saying with the portal is your percentage of hit rate when you get guys out of the portal, it's got to be a lot higher. There's a smaller margin for error, I think, with these portal guys that are coming in from these other FBS programs. You can't miss because they're going to be major contributors, and you got to have them, and you just can't miss. I think they've done better this year than last year, but there's still some gaps in there.
is our center from Tennessee, and there was one of those. Is Braun? Was he from Florida, Georgia? So we have a couple transfers. I don't know how much you think we've hit on those guys. Do you like it then if when we go to the portal, like if we go pluck guys from other SEC teams? Do you think that would be instead of getting guys from other conferences?
My biggest complaint, particularly about the offensive line, in the entire Pittman era, Sam, is like, or Matt, is that Sam. Okay, so we know Blackstock is a guard. Then why for 9 games was he playing tackle? You know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff is the stuff that I can't wrap my mind around. If you get somebody to fill a need, let them fill that need. And it seems like every year, particularly the last few years, under Sam Pittman, there's always a guy. They think they can cross-train and hybrid all these guys, but some people they're more comfortable inside than they are being kicked out at a tackle spot. That's the kind of stuff that frustrates me from time to time, because Blackstock was put in a position to fail at right tackle because that's not where he's comfortable playing against SEC defenses for the first 2 months of the season.
Yeah, it's tough. It's hard to ask the players to do things they're not capable of. It's tough to figure it out that way. I hear what you're saying.
All right, we've got some texts coming in here as well here on Hog Reaction. 877-377-6963 is how you can get in touch with us here on the program. Let's see here. Henry from Fayetteville texting in. He understands about the NIL making the roster change every year, but 1 out of 5 years should produce 1 good offensive line. So that's his thought today with the struggles, particularly on the right side of the offensive line today for Arkansas. And it makes it more frustrating because you want to blame the quarterback, you want to blame this person or that person, but if they don't have time for any of the stuff to develop, none of the stuff's going to work. You know what I mean?
You're exactly right. If you're just letting free runners go by, we do. Do you have to always leave somebody in to chip? And that's another thing. You can't really go empty unless you're going to get rid of it quick. You got to go quick game. And I did like we tried a reverse on a kickoff. I think that was closer than you think. I thought that was something. But I mean they played hard. Got to run the ball better. What else are you going to do? Yeah,
absolutely. All right, Matt Jones with me, Derek Ruskin here on Hog Reaction. Texas 20, Arkansas 10. Razorbacks sitting at 5-5. Are they going to get that 6th win over the next 2 ball games? 877-377-6963. Hog Reaction will continue in a moment right here on ESPN Arkansas and the Hit That Line Now app.
You're listening to Hog Reaction, presented by Bud Light, also presented by Black Hills Energy.
Hey, Hog fans, this is Elizabeth.
This is Robert. And this is Matt, and we're at the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
Folks, it's the most wonderful time of the year. No, it's not Christmas yet.
No, Mom, he's referring to football season.
Oh, speaking of football, guess what we just got in?
Season tickets? Sideline passes?
Well, close. We just started receiving the Nike sideline apparel like hats and polos. Yeah, but did we get jerseys?
Yeah, we got both kinds, cardinal and white.
We also have youth and adult sizes. That's great. People have been asking for that for quite some time now. Matt, by the way, I did some research, and there's no shot for going viral.
Oh, Lord. Mom, he's a goner.
Anyway, besides Nike, we also have Champion, Cutter & Buck, Tommy Bahama, and many other brands. All at the largest Razorback store south of the North Pole, which is 989 South Razorback Road, next to Baumwalker Stadium. Matt, you tell them all about them interweb pages for him.
He means the website, which is shoponrazorback.com.
Or give us a call at 479-STADIUM. That's 479-782-3486.
Folks, it does not get more Razorback than us.
Go Hogs!
This is Hog Reaction.
In the communities we serve, we know your energy is best spent on the things you enjoy. That's why we're helping you save your energy with natural gas. More efficient than other energy sources, save your energy for cheering on the Hogs. Be tailgate ready with your natural gas-powered outdoor grill. Enjoy fast, cozy comfort from your natural gas fireplace when ball games get chilly. At AOG, we know your Razorback pride runs deep. Ours does too. And so does our commitment to caring for the communities we serve with always on energy. Visit AOG COGC.com.
Arkansas Fuel Injection in Fort Smith has been providing quality work for all new and rebuilt diesel pumps and injectors for over 25 years. They are a certified diesel shop with a team of quality technicians that ensure the highest quality workmanship and warranties all their work. They are open Monday through Friday 8 to 5 and has emergency service available 24 hours a day. For all your diesel pump, fuel injection, and parts need, stop by Arkansas Fuel Injection, 6300 South 29th Street, Fort Smith. Call them today at 1-800-817-7709. Arkansas Fuel Injection.
Today is the day. After countless hours of research, cutting back expenses, and 9 months of anxiously waiting for her, today is the day you finally bring home your new car. It's also the day to protect her with an auto policy from Shelter Insurance. Our policies are competitively priced and include new car replacement coverage if anything were to happen to your new baby.
See Agent Chris Dooley in Fort Smith.
Are you ready to indulge in an unforgettable fine dining experience? Then come join us at Uncorked, where every meal is a masterpiece, crafted with the finest ingredients to tantalize your taste buds. And with our extensive selection of cocktails, wine, craft beer, and bourbons, we've got something for everyone. So why not take a break from the ordinary and join us on Phoenix Avenue next to Sodi's? Come savor the moment with us at Uncorked, where every visit is a celebration.
Colorworks Paint and Body in Barling offers professional automotive painting, bodywork, and fabrication that is unsurpassed in talent and dedication. Owner Andy Harrod uses the latest in collision repair technology to ensure all damage is addressed, whether it's visible or hidden, and works with all insurance companies. Andy and his crew have the experience and commitment to give you complete trust in the repair of your vehicle, no matter the size of the job. Colorworks is located at 1206 Fort Street in Barling, across from Dollar General, and is on Facebook, where you can check out their work.
This is Ricky Young with Mr. Cabbage Head and the Screaming Radishes, vegetable-related rock for a healthier lifestyle. When we have any problem at all, we call 782-8940.
It's a great time to take advantage of York Factory rebates on high-efficiency HVAC products. Give us a call at 782-8940.
That's 782-8940.
Even though the holidays are almost here, there is still time to get results for your body with a personal trainer right here in the River Valley from Anytime Fitness on Rye Hill. Your choice for the results you want. Black Friday BOGO personal training specials, and new members get the rest of the year for free. Even more Black Friday specials to choose from. Anytime Fitness on Rye Hill on 71 North. Ask about the giveaway from our partner, First Form and Vortex Optics. Anytime Fitness on Rye Hill, ready to help you train for the body you deserve. Anytime Fitness, Rye Hill.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
You're listening to Hog Reaction, presented by Bud Light, proud sponsor of Arkansas Athletics. Also presented by Black Hills Energy. Stay safe, be prepared, save energy.
Green gives to Jackson, coming right side. Touchdown, Arkansas!
Call or text the program at 877-377-6963.
Ewers to throw, short, trouble, dumped. Hawk sacked him. Back at the 21-yard line, Landon Jackson was there to put him on the ground.
This is Hog Reaction.
It's
Back here on Hog Reaction with Matt Jones, Derek Ruskin here on ESPN Arkansas. And they hit that line now out, presented by Black Hills Energy and by Bud Light. A 20-10 win for Texas today over the Arkansas Razorbacks. Let's get some more phone calls in here. Robert in Van Buren is up now on Hog Reaction. Robert?
Yes, sir, man. I tell you what, I don't want to pick on anybody, but everybody thinks that Taylor Green is going to be the greatest quarterback ever. I want to tell you what, he just can't think fast enough. He doesn't get rid of the ball quick enough. He doesn't take the open lane to go. He just holds the ball too long. He doesn't get rid of it like he's supposed to. And then he throws into triple coverage like nobody's business. And it's, where are you guys looking at? I mean, this second-string quarterback we had probably could come in and be a better quarterback than what we got. Taylor Green is not what I call a smart quarterback. He does not know what to do when he gets pressured. I mean, everybody gets pressured, but this guy waits too freaking long to get rid of the ball. I mean, I don't care if you throw it in the dirt. Don't take a sack or don't freaking eat the ball. And how many times he's done that this year? Inside the 10-yard line, lost fumbles, thrown interceptions. He threw in triple coverage 2 or 3 times today. What is that? Triple coverage, and you're trying to sneak a ball in there? You tell me. You all really think he's that good of a quarterback?
I think he has, to me, Robert, he's performed exactly like I thought he would all year. I mean, I just, if you watch this, he was not going to come in here and be a 5,000-yard passer or any of that kind of stuff, given what we had seen with the inconsistency against SEC defenses. I didn't think he was going to be, there are times where he's terrific. There's a lot of times where things aren't happening. I don't know the mesh, like you're talking about, Matt. The mesh with him and Petrino, I go back to the Ole Miss game. Why is he going a 7-step drop in his own end zone? Like stuff like that. I mean, if he doesn't do it well, why is he being put in some of those positions? It seems like that there are things that they do that may not be his strength sometimes. A lot of the times, maybe.
That's a fair point right there. I'm a Taylor Green fan. I think he's super talented. I think whenever you're watching Quinn Ewers, who I in my opinion, I think he's the number 1 pro prospect in next year's draft. People think Jackson Dart's good. Jackson Dart can't play on Sundays. So I think when you see the other side do it so well, and he struggled at times, I think you're like, well, the other quarterback's doing really, like that. Why can't you do that? So I think maybe there's a little bit of that goes on. But man, I don't think I don't think the loss was Taylor Green's fault.
I don't think I had a similar thought to Robert when we were talking about this earlier. Do you try Singleton? But the way that nobody on the right side could block, I don't know if Singleton would have had any success either. And then you get in that quandary of, well, do you go back to the other guy? And it becomes a total mess. So sticking with him with the way that the offensive line performed was the right thing to do, in my opinion, in this game today, because I don't know, the other guy wouldn't have had any time to find anything or do anything either against that Texas pass rush.
Man, I thought our offensive line, when it came to run blocking, I thought they did great. I thought they graded out as an A. I really do. I don't know why we would take a grade when you're gonna go through the grades and you're gonna go, oh man, look at these run plays and see what my offensive line grades are. And then you're going to look at your grade on the offensive line on the pass plays. Well, what are we doing, Coach? Why aren't we running the ball more?
Yeah, and you've talked about it a lot today with the lack of carries for the running backs. Jackson gets 11 carries. DeBinion gets 7 carries today, so only 18 carries for running backs. And this is supposed to be, the identity.
That's what our Hogs do. That's right.
And in the third quarter, they outrushed them 55-9 or whatever it was. So why wasn't there more of that sprinkled throughout the entire 4 quarters is a bit of a mystery. That's for sure. All right, everybody, here we go. Brian in Ozark has called in to gloat. Hi, Brian.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
Hey. I just, from an outsider perspective, this is what I say. I've been telling you for a long time, Pittman is the worst coach in the SEC. Now he's got Bobby Petrino. Y'all don't have good coaches, and that's the problem. You got some pretty good athletes. I don't think Jackson's that great of a running back, so why he couldn't make a 3-deep roster at quarterback or running back at Texas. So, their defense played okay. I'm more disappointed watching Texas and that lackluster offensive performance that they had. I don't think it was so much Arkansas' defense was good. I think Texas didn't play to their potential. It was disheartening to watch Texas play that way. But anyways, there's always next year.
All right. Thank you, Brian. I don't know. I know you're a Longhorn fan and all, but I thought Arkansas's game plan. I mean, they were at spots immediately when yours was throwing the ball there to make a play, and then usually there were a swarm of guys there to make a play. Some couple of busts, couple of issues, but throughout the entire spread of the game, man, you hold Texas to 20 points. That's a win. That's probably better than they expected. When they're looking at this throughout the week, Matt, and saying, well, if we can keep them at if you're looking at a number to keep them at, 20 could be a good enough number that we can come up with a win if the offense was able to find any kind of success consistently throughout the game.
You got the red zone, but you got the money zone that's right before the red zone, and it's right in there, right when you get to about midfield to about the 35-yard line, and that is where we struggle. We get to right around there, so you're not really in field goal range, and then we get sacked, and then we go out. It's almost like we try to outthink the room when we get to that spot on the field instead of just keep on going. Just keep on doing what's working for you.
Yeah. Yeah, frustrating, and some things that just don't make a whole lot of sense after this one with Texas winning 20-10. Texas winning makes sense. I mean, they were the almost two-touchdown favorite, number 3 team in the country. But when you watch the game, some of the plans of attack there offensively have left more than a few people scratching their heads after this ball game today. All right, Matt Jones, Derek Ruskin with you here on ESPN Arkansas on the Hit That Line Now app. In the state of Arkansas, the law says you need to call or click 811 before you dig. It's a free service, and it's for your safety. So whether you're digging to plant a tree or digging a trench, you must call 811. It prevents damage to underground utilities you can't see. It keeps you, your family, and the community safe, and it prevents those utility outages that are inconvenient to everyone. This message is presented by Black Hills Energy. Black Hills Energy. Ready, stay safe, be prepared, save energy. Find out more at blackhillsenergy.com/ready. We'll come back with more of our Hog Reaction today here till 5 o'clock. Matt Jones, Derek Ruskin on ESPN Arkansas and the Hit That Line Now app. Don't go anywhere.
You're listening to Hog Reaction, presented by Bud Light, also presented by Black Hills Energy.
Your home is your biggest asset. So when you decide to add a sunroom, a patio cover, a new driveway, or new windows, you need to call a company you can trust. Sawyers has been part of your community for over 30 years. They're insured, licensed, and have 100% financing for all of their products. Take all the worry out of your next project. Call Sawyers and let them handle it from permitting to completion. Sawyers, serving the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas with a full showroom located in Fort Smith or online at sawyers-sunrooms.com.
Whether you're planting a tree in your backyard or trenching at a construction site, a call to 811 helps prevent dangerous damage to underground utilities and is the first step in keeping yourself and your community safe. Hitting a line can knock out service to your home and neighborhood, resulting in fines, damages, serious injury, or worse. Safety is in your hands. Call 811 before you dig. It's easy, it's free, and it's the law. This message is brought to you by Black Hills Energy.
This is Hog Reaction.
At Our Best Bank, we believe in the power of community. That's why we recognize, serve, and support communities of all kinds. From small towns to big cities, business startups to large companies, young families to seniors, and those with shared backgrounds and interests. We value your contributions and are proud to work alongside you because every community deserves a financial partner who cares. Our Best Bank. We believe.
Hi, this is Lindsay White with White Office Machines. For over 90 years, my family's been serving the greater Fort Smith region with the image industry's newest technologies, as well as providing superior customer service through long-term business relationships. As the area's only authorized Kyocera document solutions dealer, White Office Machines provides the best value with high-speed copiers and the latest multifunction printers. Stop by our office in downtown Fort Smith or in Russellville. Follow us on Facebook or go to whiteoffice.com.
White Office Machines since 1929.
Have you been searching for a luxury dealership experience unlike any other? Come to Land Rover Little Rock in Little Rock, Arkansas, and discover why we're known as classy, top tier, easy, and honest. Whether you want to upgrade your ride to a new Range Rover Velar or you're in the market for a used vehicle of another make, you won't regret visiting our Little Rock, Arkansas Land Rover dealership for all your automotive needs. Can't make it in? Check us out online at LandRoverLittleRock.com.
If you are involved in a divorce or custody case, you want an attorney you can trust to guide you through the process. The attorneys at Hickey and Hole Law Partners have over 7 decades of combined experience. Hickey and Hole have seen and heard nearly every scenario you can imagine, ready to put that experience to work for you to get the best results. Visit KevinHickeyLaw.com or give them a call today, 479-434-2414. Hickey and Hole Law Partners. Things are about to get better.
Who can you trust to sell your home for the most money with the least amount of drama? You need a team of agents with decades of experience, commitment, and of course, tens of thousands in marketing. I'm talking about the Limbird team. Tara Limbird Real Estate Group has sold over $1 billion in real estate. Tara's team can give you a cash offer in 72 hours or use Tara's high-octane marketing to sell your home quite possibly for thousands over asking. Find out more at LimbirdTeam.com. LIMBIRD.
Today is the day. After countless hours of research, cutting back expenses, and 9 months of anxiously waiting for her, today is the day you finally bring home your new car. It's also the day to protect her with an auto policy from Shelter Insurance. Our policies are competitively priced and include new car replacement coverage if anything were to happen to your new baby.
Call Jason Hill in Greenwood or Wade Gilkey in Fort Smith.
Award-winning barbecue is always at the Links at Chaffee Crossing. Whether it's ribs, pork, brisket, or chicken, they can satisfy any appetite. Enjoy daily food and drink specials while you watch the games on one of several TVs. The Links at Chaffee Crossing is here and always ready to serve you the best barbecue in the River Valley. The Links at Chaffee Crossing next to Deer Trails Golf Course. Come see us.
Are you an angler having trouble finding all the bait, tackle, and more for your fishing needs? Make Awake Bait and Tackle, now located in Fort Smith next to Witts Marine on North 11th Street, is your place. Make Awake Bait and Tackle also has the largest selection of plastics in the River Valley. Reactor Innovation, Bobby Garland, Zoom, Mega Bass, and more. Check out the Daiwa Rod and Reels. Make Awake Bait and Tackle, 803 North 11th Street in Fort Smith, 479-926-9320. Also get your rod and reels repaired. Come see us next to Witts Marine at Make Awake Bait and Tackle.
You're listening to Hog Reaction, presented by Bud Light, proud sponsor of Arkansas Athletics. Also presented by Black Hills Energy. Stay safe, be prepared, save energy.
Green gives to Jackson, coming right side. Touchdown, Arkansas!
Call or text the program at 877-377-6963.
Ewers to throw, short, trouble, dumped. Hawk sacked him. Back at the 21-yard line. Landon Jackson was there to put him on the ground.
This is Hog Reaction.
It's
Okay, we're back here on Hog Reaction. Along with Matt Jones, I'm Derek Ruskin here, presented by Black Hills Energy and by Bud Light. Let's go back to our phone lines here and hear from Eddie in Clarksville. Hello, Eddie.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. At the end of the day, this comes down to another loss in our program. I had a lot of close friends that are Texas friends up here today. You know, of course, we go back to being friends after the game's over. You know, I've been aboard the hog train. I try to get the team fired up. I thought the team played with passion and pride today against one of the best teams in the country. But as I said, at the end of the day, under Coach Pittman, it comes down another home loss at home. That's all that matters. You know, the W at the end of the game, didn't it? Doesn't that boil down to it? I'll tell you something else. You know, in the first half, here's another thing that's an inconsistency in our program. One half of football or one quarter you play football and 3 quarters you don't. And you can't win football games like that. Of course, we turned the ball over today. I thought we should have made a move on you talk about Taylor Green and his inconsistency at quarterback. You know, at our entire first half, You know, our defense just played stellar, had no help at all. We just didn't move the ball offensively. I thought we should have stuck to the run more. They didn't do that, so I don't know the problem there. And so, to me, you're looking for this season. You got 2 games left. What it boils down to, you got Louisiana Tech. I wouldn't bank on a win there because of the inconsistency in our program. You know, they may play one of the worst games of the year against Louisiana Tech. You just don't know. It's like a box of Cracker Jacks. And I take pride in this program. I'll tell you something else. You know, I was watching Missouri a while ago. They got their quarterback back. And since Missouri, Coach Pittman's been the coach at the U of A, the fact is we hadn't been played very good against Missouri. So can we count that as a win? So it boils down to me next weekend whether we can get bowl eligible. And so I would hope they would. At least you got something to hang your hat on for this season. But looking ahead, how do you see? I want to ask a question, gentlemen. You know, can you say, are you going to bring Coach Pittman back as much as he's a likable guy? Are you going to bring him back again? He's had 3 years to fix the offensive line. It never gets fixed. We probably have the worst offensive line in the entire conference. It never improves. And why is that? You know, so then you got to look at your head coach, but more importantly, you got to look at your offensive line coach. And it just seems like it never gets addressed. Thank you for taking my call, gentlemen.
All right, thank you, Eddie. Appreciate it. So, as far as Pittman goes, if they lose out, I think it could go either way. If he wins one of these last 2 ball games, I think they're bringing him back next year. And the reason I think that is because of the revenue sharing next year. They've got $20 million that they've got to share with the players, and there's not a revenue stream that they have found yet to fill that void. So making a coaching change is a large project from a financial standpoint. They've already put one project on hold with the renovation to Bud Walton Arena. They're desperately needed, you know, as every other seat in that building falls apart and, the roof is practically leaking more often than not. So they've already put no big projects right now until they figure out where they are after sharing revenue with the players next year. So I think they want to avoid a coaching change. 6 wins, enough people, that will be palatable. A lot of people will hate that. But I think if they win one of these 2 ball games, Matt, they will bring him back next year.
You know, and I think Missouri, I think they kind of look at Arkansas how we look at Texas, kind of with a chip on their shoulder, because they seem to kind of get up a little bit more for the game. Because I think it's been said, what have we? Are we like 1-9 in the last games against Missouri? We just don't play our best game for some reason against Missouri. I hope it changes this year, and but that's how it kind of seems. Like maybe they look at us. Kind of how we look at Texas, and they seem to bring it a little bit more. And then we hadn't beat a game where it's going to come down. Let's see, Jackson Dart, Taylor Green, Musmeyer, LSU, Quinn Ewers. So you're looking at the quarterback play in all these games. What do you think? Is Taylor Green as good as Brady Cook? Is maybe that's what it's going to come down to in this one.
Well, they've got to put every amount of everything they can. Empty the bag next week. You got to beat Louisiana Tech. You can't put it in the hands of going to a place like Columbia against a team they struggle against with the bowl eligibility hanging in the balance there. They got to do whatever they can to flush this and win the game next week, and then just it's a free shot with no pressure at all against the Missouri Tigers, and maybe that's the key.
Yeah, they'll beat La Tech by 3 touchdowns. La Tech's not a very good football team. They might. Like if La Tech played UAB, that would probably be a decent game, or UAPB. Like they just don't have it. As long as we don't beat ourselves and show up, I mean, we'll definitely have more talent at every position at the La Tech matchup.
La Tech won a game today, 12-9. They kicked 4 field goals.
Wow,
and won
maybe
over Western Kentucky.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we can have a field goal kicker battle. I like our field goal kicker. He made one today.
Well, that's why I'm talking about the preparation, because you said it right there. If Arkansas plays with their food next week, this game could be the Louisiana Tech game that shouldn't be close, could be close. So it's important for everybody to have that kind of a focus and not look past this thing and dial in, because yes, on paper, player for player at all 22, Arkansas is better than those guys. But we've seen games in the past where Arkansas is better than those guys, but they don't exactly bring that focus, that concentration, and a game is closer. Or we've even seen them get beat by a team like Liberty in that stadium in a situation like that. All right, this is Hog Reaction on ESPN Arkansas and the Hit That Line Now app. 866-285-4005 is how you can get on the program here. We're with you till 5 o'clock with Matt Jones. I'm Derek Ruskin here on Hog Reaction. Alan and Alma, and I guess there was some sort of wager here with Brian and Ty. I don't know about this, but the Texas quarterback got hit a few times, and Brian and Ozark said that would not happen. So I don't know. We were seeing some text on that, but Brian was right about the final score, but there was some pressure applied by that Arkansas defense today against the quarterback.
Yeah, Landon Jackson popped him a couple times, man. He was a little more athletic than I'd give him credit for. He spun out of one right there, and then Landon Jackson popped him. And I was – sometimes we come on here and complain about the officials, but I thought the officials for the most part got it right because I thought, man, don't throw a flag on that play after that was a tough looking play, and they let him play.
Yeah, it was. There were some people frustrated with the refs. I didn't see anything egregious that I didn't see it completely one-sided towards Texas in any event. I thought it was But also, I'm sitting here at the house, and I'm flipping back and forth to this Pittsburgh game, which is one of the 5 worst officiated college football games I've ever seen in my life. It was a total disaster in that game. So when you're watching that, and then you're watching Arkansas and Texas, maybe it was worse, but it did not seem like it was a poorly officiated game today by the guys in the stripes.
Seem to bleed together. The Gamecocks just went for 6, so they're up in the Columbia Bowl. It's 21-6 Carolina.
Yep, and Florida and LSU have started the second half, and that game is tied at 10. What's going on with LSU, Matt? What's they've lost their mojo since they came in here, it seems like, and beat and beat the Razorbacks in Fayetteville.
Well, they had to go play A&M next, and then they had a bye week and had Alabama. I think it's just that grind of the SEC schedule. I really do. You look at how tough some of these SEC schedules are, and it wears on you. And I didn't look at their depth chart the last couple weeks, but I'd have to imagine they probably got some people hurt here and there, and just not able to fire on all cylinders. Because to me, LSU is just as talented as any team we played this year.
Yeah, no question about it. All right, we'll come back here from our break and have more. We'll put the finishing touches on this one here on Hog Reaction, presented by Black Hills Energy and Bud Light. Texas 20, Arkansas 10, and we'll be back with more in a moment here on ESPN Arkansas.
You're listening to Hog Reaction, presented by Bud Light, also presented by Black Hills Energy.
The long wait is almost over, Waldron. Wave Rural Connect will be opening the Waldron Zone for orders November the 18th. If you registered before the 18th, you still need to put in your product order when Waldron opens. Amazing fiber internet and phone, all from a local provider in Ozark, Arkansas, is coming to Waldron. Pre-register online at signup.waveruralconnect.com or call 833-492-8372. Arkansas Valley Electric and Wave Rural Connect, changing the communities we serve.
Do you need an attorney that you can actually speak with? You need Hickey & Hull Law Partners. The attorneys at Hickey & Hull understand the importance of client communication and are taking the time to meet you, respond to emails, and return calls. Every case is important, and they strive to give each one the time and attention it deserves. Call today, 479-434-2414, or visit them online at kevinhickeylaw.com. Hickey & Hull Law Partners. Things are about to get better.
This is Hog Reaction.
Your home is your biggest asset. So when you decide to add a sunroom, a patio cover, a new driveway, or new windows, you need to call a company you can trust. Sawyers has been part of your community for over 30 years. They're insured, licensed, and have 100% financing for all of their products. Take all the worry out of your next project. Call Sawyers and let them handle it from permitting to completion. Sawyers, serving the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas with a full showroom located in Fort Smith, or online at sawyers-sunrooms.com.
Sometimes I'm in a hurry. Stay in the slow lane, buddy. That's when I use the Sodies app to order my favorites and pick up in their drive-thru. They even offer a 10% discount on your first app order. Experience different at Sodies Wine and Spirits off I-540 on Phoenix Avenue.
Every day is worth celebrating at Uncorked. Cocktails, wine, craft beer, bourbons, and unbelievably great food. Uncorked on Phoenix Avenue next to Sodies.
Hanging with Danny Cobb at American Welding Laboratories. Danny, tell us about the school.
Well, Tommy, we're going on 3 years in operation. We teach all aspects of welding, from stick welding all the way to combination pipe.
So how's the job market these days?
Job market's wide open, whether you want to stay local or hit the road. As a licensed institution, we have access to many grants, including the GI Bill now.
Great. How do we get started?
Come by 4400 South 16th, take a tour, talk to our instructors.
It's American Welding Laboratories. Find out more at theweldinglab.com.
Today is the day. After countless hours of research, cutting back expenses, and 9 months of anxiously waiting for her, today is the day you finally bring home your new car. It's also the day to protect her with an auto policy from Shelter Insurance. Our policies are competitively priced and include new car replacement coverage if anything were to happen to your new baby.
Call Jason Hill in Greenwood or Wade Gilkey in Fort Smith.
Who can you trust to sell your home for the most money with the least amount of drama? You need a team of agents with decades of experience, commitment, and of course, tens of thousands in marketing. I'm talking about the Limbird team. Tara Limbird, Limbird Real Estate Group, has sold over $1 billion in real estate. Tara's team can give you a cash offer in 72 hours, or use Tara's high-octane marketing to sell your home, quite possibly for thousands over asking. Find out more at limbirdteam.com. LIMBIRD.
I doubt you thought paint was anything like football, right? So you've got a favorite football team. Your painting team at the paint store in Van Buren gets you a solid primer, the perfect color, and a durable defense. That is what you want, right? Our team of Richards Paint and expertise always win for you. Whether contractor or do-it-yourself, we have the best team. The paint store in Van Buren. Go Hogs!
Hey, is your roof leaking? Do you have hail or wind damage? Is it just looking old and worn out? If so, you need to call Hoghead Roofing, a family-owned and operated roofing company where the #1 customer is you. They will give you their honest opinion on whether your roof needs replaced or repaired. They have folks that have worked on the insurance side so they can assist with all claims. Licensed, insured, and ready to serve you. Call Hoghead Roofing today at 479-522-0840. God bless.
Award-winning barbecue is always at the Links at Chaffee Crossing. Whether it's ribs, pork, brisket, or chicken, they can satisfy any appetite. Enjoy daily food and drink specials while you watch the games on one of several TVs. The Links at Chaffee Crossing is here and always ready to serve you the best barbecue in the River Valley. The Links at Chaffee Crossing next to Deer Trails Golf Course. Come see us.
You're listening to Hog Reaction, presented by Bud Light, proud sponsor of Arkansas Athletics. Also presented by Black Hills Energy. Stay safe, be prepared, save energy.
Green gives to Jackson, coming right side. Touchdown, Arkansas!
Call or text the program at 877-377-6963.
Ewers to throw, short, trouble, dumped. Hog sacked him. Back at the 21-yard line. Landon Jackson was there to put him on the ground.
This is Hog Reaction.
It's
Hog Reaction here on ESPN Arkansas and the Hit That Line Now app. Along with Matt Jones, Derek Ruskin here. Presented by Black Hills Energy and by Bud Light as we wrap up our time here in the last few minutes of this Hog Reaction show. 20-10, Texas beating Arkansas today at Razorback Stadium. So Arkansas 5-5, still looking for their final their 6th win to get to bowl eligibility. 2 chances to do that over the next couple of weeks. And man, you want to talk about running the ball out to win the game? I just noticed this. Texas had the ball for the final 6:55, 14 plays, and after that fumble, and that was it. That was it.
Yeah, that screen when we were going to rush 3 there on 3rd and 13, and they ran that middle screen. That was it was like kind of in Tecmo Bowl when you would press up and A and they press the same number and it's just nothing you can do. It was just wide. It was just a great play call by them.
Yeah. They knew exactly what to do for that particular situation. So we've talked about Texas, or we've talked about Arkansas, and trying to get a win next week against Louisiana Tech at home to get the bowl eligibility. That's a 3:00 game, by the way. They announced earlier this week for Arkansas and Louisiana Tech. So Texas is ranked 3rd, and they are, I guess, forecast to win the league. What do you think, Matt, about Texas's ceiling? We've seen them, live now, going against Arkansas. We've seen Quinn Ewers. We've seen that defense. How far can this Texas team go, do you think?
Well, I think Sarkisian, he likes to throw it around the park a little bit too much. But I mean, if you got Quinn Ewers, why wouldn't you? And they got a heck of a receiving core. You'd like to see him run the ball more. And you wonder how many pass and run checks they have. But I do. I think Quinn Ewers is the best quarterback that we've played or will play this year. The dude's an absolute beast. Texas is a team that can win it all. They're 100%. Their ceiling is national champs, and they have talent across the board. I wonder, they're a little soft at times. They are. That's the thing with Texas. You got to try to punch them in the mouth, kick them in the teeth. So they're a finesse team. We know that. So it kind of would depend on their matchup, like I don't know right now, like that Georgia, Georgia kicked them in the teeth. That's kind of the only team they've had do that to them. So it would be, that's the type of team that's going to beat Texas. If you just want to get into a run and shoot and be athletic and both teams be finesse, Texas is going to beat everybody in the country.
So that's what they've got now. They've got Kentucky next week, and then they've got the most anticipated game in a long time as they get back into that rivalry with Texas A&M, going to College Station out at the on the last weekend of the season. So that's going to be, if you could go to one college, if you didn't have an allegiance and you just wanted to see one college game, that would probably be a good one to start with, to see those two play on the football field for the first time in 10 plus years or so, and in Kyle Field, where it is just an insane atmosphere with those 110,000 Aggies there.
I tell you what, I tell you, man, this next week, it's really going to tell a lot of people about Indiana and Ohio State, because we just talked about how difficult this LSU schedule is and the talent they have. And I don't know, man, if LSU was to play Indiana, I think I'd take LSU, and you see what they're doing. So I think that's going to be telling. This I haven't got my eyes on Indiana, but I know their coach just got like an $80 million raise, 8-year extension today. So he's doing something right down there.
Yeah, it's their first 10-win season, but yeah, it's kind of a one-game.
They hadn't beat a single team that's made a bowl. We talk about, well, who have you beat? You got to beat who's on your schedule. They haven't beat one team that's making it to a bowl this year. So, but we're going to find out against Ohio State.
Yep, they can prove that they deserve a seat at the table if they go to Columbus and win next Saturday in the 11 a.m. game, the big Fox noon game against Ohio State next week. So, yeah, that's a big one. What do you think about Oregon? Is Oregon going to be a contender?
They have the best college quarterback in the country. Like, I don't think he's the best prospect. Dylan Gabriel's the best college quarterback. He's like having Mark Sears at Alabama. He's not necessarily an NBA guard, but that dude's going to be an SEC all first team. So you see, dude's an absolute beast. I don't get my eyes on Oregon enough, but yes, I'm Dylan Gabriel is the best college quarterback in the country.
Well, Oregon is on a bit later tonight, taking on Wisconsin up at Camp Randall. So that'll be should be a rowdy environment. Wisconsin, not what they've been in years past, but still a rowdy place to go play. They're 6-4 this year. Oregon's, of course, number 1 at 10-0. But that'll be around. And the big one tonight in the SEC, Matt, Tennessee
Ooh,
and Georgia. I think Georgia's going to win big because they're feeling the effects of being snubbed and being the first team out on that mock bracket that they put out on Tuesday night. I think Georgia beats them by a couple of touchdowns.
Man, that's you. We're talking about football and games to watch. That's the game I'm going to be watching.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. What Tennessee team shows up, because if that Tennessee defense shows up and makes it a slugfest and can kind of contain Georgia, I think it's a game kind of like today, where if it's a 24-21 type of game, Tennessee can win. But if they're getting into the 30s, I don't think Tennessee would be able to keep up with them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be one to watch for sure coming up in a little under 2 hours now from Athens, Georgia. Well, that's going to bring our show to a close here tonight on Hog Reaction. 20-10, Texas beats the Razorbacks, and Arkansas is now 5-5 with 2 games left in the season. Matt, as always, I enjoyed it, man. All right, thank you so much. Thanks to everybody that texted and called in tonight. Much more with all of our shows coming up all day Monday here on ESPN Arkansas. But that's going to wrap it up here for Hog Reaction, presented by Black Hills Energy and Bud Light on ESPN Arkansas.
You're listening to Hog Reaction, presented by Bud Light, also presented by Black Hills Energy.
Do you want to do something unconventional this holiday season? Hey, Todd Richardson for New Myers Rib Room and Beer Garden, where they are catering anything that they have